What is going on, everybody? Today is Tuesday, August 19th. Look behind me right there. I am just above the bridge in the ship anchorage, and check this out. Bam! Right there, I want you. Got my active target going. See how warm that water is? Again, mine runs a little bit warm, but there are fish out here. A couple of boats are out doing the troll. I just got done dropping off my carcasses for the day. Those ships are just starting to come tight. Just starting to spin around, starting to be outgoing tide. Ooh, oh. Yep, that's more Chinook right there. Let's see if I can see them on my other screen. I'll get to my report in just a second. There they are. Where are they hiding? Oh, they might be too close to the bottom for that guy. Up, there he is, right there. There's fish right there. Thank you, appreciate it. Oh, I love this fishing community. We're all out here just have fun, it's great. Well, today, oh God, there's another one down there. Today, the fish were caught from all the way down at, let's see, yeah, Buoy 10 would be the deadline. So yeah, from Buoy 10 all the way up to Tongue Point. I know guys that were up at Tongue Point that caught them up there. A few, not many. I know that the best bite today was down around Buoy 10 to Buoy 14, and then Buoy 11 A jetty up to like marker 5 or 7. Basically, that's where I stayed all day. I started out between 14 and 10 on the last part of the outgo, and then when it flipped around, we kind of held for a little bit, found a couple spots, waited for the tide to keep pushing it a bit more, and when it did, we caught them pretty good, actually trolling with the tide up along the edges of the channels, Washington and Oregon side, either way. And it got a little crowded down there for sure. Everyone was down there to hang out and join in on the fun, but people spread out pretty quick when the word spread that fish are being caught literally everywhere. So again, lots of fish around. We got our kings, got some really nice big coho. Holy cow, man. And they were hatchery too. The clip rate was better today than the last few days for my boat at least. And it was just a fun day all around. Bronco did really, really good, and that's actually what I'm gonna do here right now. So since I'm out here dropping off carcasses, the tide just flipped, and there's a couple fish on the graph, although I haven't marked a single thing since I just showed those two to you. So it's not like there's a lot of fish up here in the anchorage right now. By the way, it is 2:20 in the afternoon, and those ships just came tight. And typically when those ships come tight, that is when the best fishing is. So what I wanted to do, I get this question a lot on how to guess your depth and figure out how deep you're fishing, and how you're running your gear and what you're looking for. So since we had a little bit of time here, fishing was good, got it all set up, boat's all fueled, carcasses dropped off, I'm already ready for tomorrow. Let's go through our little system. So first of all, I already disassembled the tackle tender here, got everything all out and ready, and this was the killer today. Little double Bronco, and hooks are a little bit beat up from today. Double Bronco contrast bead, like I talked about, and Bronco on both sides, and then I add a little fingernail polish glitter to it. Fishfield hoochie, Fishfield noose rig, the double trebles, Pro Troll flasher, just chrome, pretty straightforward, and then 16 ounces of lead. So let's get it in real quick. Try and get the boat spun around, sorry. Throttle, I need throttle. Chaw. Oh man, is that bad red tide. Jeez, can't even see the gear. Fun doing this one-handed. Okay, so first lesson. Wait, can I do this one-handed? Alright, first lesson. Always zero out your line counter. I'm at the stop there at that gum pucky. Line counter is at 0. There it is, 0. And I am in 50 feet of water, and holy crap. Wow. Yeah, there's fish here. So 50 feet of water, how deep do I need to go to get down 40 feet to where those are? So the tricky part is that if you look up above here, see that fuzz line? There is different current in different parts of the water column. So we need to figure out where that water is moving the speed that we need it to go to get a good thump on our gear. So let's do this. I'm going to spin the boat around. I got a little bit of wind. I'm going to try and get this going here. Give me 1 second. Throttle. Yeah, there we go. Got it all locked in. Okay. So how deep do I need to go to get it down to 50 feet? Oh, it's marked another one. So I'm going to start by turning the boat and squaring up with the bridge, going with the current. That way I'm not going cross current. Oh man. Oh man, they're down there. One up high too. Okay, so we got the boat spun around. We're looking good. And even more on the graph. So let's get it down there, get it down 40 feet. So let's look here. Boat's got the speed going. And what I'm looking for is line angle. I want to see that thing start pulling away from the boat right away. You can see the line angle a little bit right there, starting to pull away from the boat. And I'm 40 feet down. So if my line angle straight up and down, that should be 40 feet. But we're putting an angle in our line because we got throttle going with the boat. I'm just gonna let it go down until it hits. Nice and slow, controlled descent. There, I think it hit us right there. Gear's working. I'm going a little fast. Let's go again. There it is. Okay, so what happens is, got a lot of speed going, so that rod's gonna thump really hard. And if we got a 45-degree angle, I should need about 80 feet of line out. Not to say that you need a 45-degree angle, but that's just how the math works out. So looking at this, I'm at about 75. Focus. And what I'm trying to figure out is how fast do I need to troll to keep a good thump going. Right now it is working really hard, but I also got a lot of throttle going to try and keep the boat straight. So that's been a little bit difficult here in this wind. So what I need to do is control my boat speed to control my depth. That's very important. Oh, there goes son right there. Look at him go. So I got to control my boat speed to control depth. That's very important, because if I throttle up, especially with these Pro Trolls, if I throttle up, then my depth is going to change drastically. So I might be tapping bottom in 40 feet of water at 75 on the line counter. But if I speed up just half a mile an hour, that could bring it up 10 feet off the bottom. Now what I've noticed by looking at my active target is that most of the time, you don't actually need to worry too much about, sorry, working on getting my active target here. And boat spinning in the wind, here we go, whee! So what I've noticed is that you don't really need to be perfect with your depth. So let's say I mark a fish right here in this part of the water column around 40 feet. If my gear is up at 30 feet, that's only 10 feet away. Guess how long it takes a fish to swim 10 feet? 10 feet is basically the distance between this chair and the bow seat. It takes him 2 kicks of his tail to go 10 feet. And I've seen him go on my active target up and down, up in the water column and down to go attack your gear. So when it comes to depth control, what's more important is just making sure that your gear is working. These fish will come find you. They absolutely will come find you. So don't feel like you need to be in, like right on top of them, right on their nose, because they will come up and come find you. So if I'm trying to figure out where these fish are, gosh, I wish there was enough fish around so I could show you guys here. Let me see if I can bring this up a little bit. Bring it up and see if we can't see it on the active target. See if I can't get one to come in here. That'd be too perfect, wouldn't it? Let's bring up to 50 just for a moment. See if we can see it. Yeah, there she is right there. There you can see my flasher, my lead, cooking along. And the way I have it set up in perspective mode, I tend to lose it when it gets close to the bottom. That's because I'm not getting a good read straight up and down. This is just looking like a pizza slice looking out and behind the boat. So I'm looking 100 feet left and right, and I'm looking 100 feet, 120 feet behind the boat. So what I've noticed is that these fish will come from the sides and come in and come find your gear. So again, you don't need to be right on top of these fish to get them to come into your spread. They will just come find you. They will hunt you up. So when it comes to depth control, just make sure that you got a good thump on your rod. It's moving, because there are some times where The water speed is working differently at the surface. Oh, there goes some right there. Come on, go find my gear. Go find it, boys. See how they're slipping right on by it? It went right by my flasher. Didn't even care. These fish are moving. They are trucking upriver. Oh, here comes some more. Oh, that's a pile of them. Look at all those fish. They're going to go right at my flasher. And they just went right on by. Not a care in the world. These fish are moving, and considering I'm here at the ship anchorage, they're probably ripping on up to tongue point while they can before the current starts moving out a little bit harder on them. So these fish are moving on up. Great to see, especially for you guys fishing upriver. So getting back to this, to wrap this up here, there are times where the water is moving at different speeds at different parts of the water column. So let's say that what happens is that the ocean water is colder and denser, that's salt water, and so it will sink to the bottom, especially this part of the tide. So when I see this fuzz line right here, that fuzz line is probably a change in the current or the water temperature. A lot of people will say thermocline, but in a river here like this, that thermocline doesn't really exist because the water is constantly mixing, unlike a lake. So that salt water is colder and denser, it sinks down to the bottom, that fresh water starts skimming over the top, and so the boat might be going 3-4 miles an hour over the surface, but down below at the bottom, it may not be moving at all. So there are some times, like 4 or 5 days ago, where I had to keep the boat at almost a dead stop. You know, keep the boat in neutral. So I'd have to drop my throttles down, put it in neutral, just barely even moving, and that rod would just be thumping super, super hard. Just ripping, because that ocean water on the bottom wasn't moving, but the surface water, the outgoing tide, was moving at 2-3 miles an hour. So it's a matter of not just controlling your depth, but also controlling your speed to make sure that your gear is working and also in the right part of the water column. So hopefully that all makes sense. I know I just kind of threw a lot at you guys there, but there are fish here. They're swimming right past my gear. You can see it right there. Look at that little guy go. So there are fish here. They're moving up. The ships have just come tight. My speed over ground is 2 miles an hour going downhill, so it's just about perfect for this troll to produce a lot of fish. While I've been doing this video, I've seen about 2 nets for maybe 10 boats. The fish are here, but if I were out here right now looking at my graph, I probably wouldn't do this troll. And I say that because I can look at my active target and look at my 2D and say, man, I know I'm marking fish, but it's not enough. I know that there is a place where there are thousands of fish, and I need to either go upriver or downriver to find them. So that's why having something like this right here, it's called a cell phone, is really important for this fishery, to have a good network and help you guys figure it out. I know that's hard, but if you have friends that are down here, people you can call, it's very, very helpful. Oh man, look at this. Oh God, look at that pile of fish. Oh God, look at them. Oh God, there they go. There's only 2 right there, but a pile of them just went underneath my gear. Let's see if I can chase these 2 down. Speed up, go get them. Come on. I know it's kind of bumpy. Speed up and chase them down. Let's go hunt. Yeah, they're sliding out. There we go, there we go. Come on, show it. Oh, there goes some more over there on the side. Come on, come in. There he is. Come on, little buddy. See if I can bring it up a little bit so you guys can see it better. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. He's right on it. See him right there? See if we can reel it up a little bit so you can see better. See, do you follow? Yep, he's following it. Come on, little buddy. See him tracing right there. There's my flasher, there's my lure. Oh, here comes another pile. I don't think I fixed that hook either. He's just barely following up. See, here he comes, he's charging. See him charging right there? Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. His nose is on the lure. He's on it. Bite it, bite it, bite it. Oh, he swiped at it. Come on, buddy. Bite it. Oh God, he's right there. Oh, and there he goes, he just bailed. Almost got a bite on camera for you guys. Oh, it's fun. But there are fish here right now, but again, I probably wouldn't do this right at this moment just because there's a few fish here, but I know that there's a mother load somewhere upstream or downstream. So there's enough to get 1, 2, 3 fish, but when you're fishing 6 customers, you need a lot of fish in a hurry. Not in a hurry, but you need a lot of fish to be able to rack up your numbers a little bit. If you're just out here for, 2 or 3 fish, got you and a couple buddies trying to get your Chinook and maybe a coho, there's enough fish around here to do that. But heck, if you're gonna go have fun, the screen looks like this, seeing fish every couple minutes, it's not bad, but there is better, especially this time of year, especially with what we've been seeing. So hopefully you guys learned a little bit about depth control and speed, how I'm doing it. Again, it's basically Pythagorean theorem, sides of a triangle. If you fish straight up and down 50 feet of water, you'll need to let out 50 feet and it'll tap bottom. If you're out at a 45-degree angle, you need to double that, so it's about 100. But it's not about the line angle as much as it is about seeing your gear working, making sure that it's working, either looking at your electronics or seeing that rod tip thump. Because again, we got 2 different currents. So sometimes you can have very little line out to get down to the right part of the water column because of the current. Oh God, there's another. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I would fish here. There they all go right there. Wow. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I would fish here. There are enough fish coming through. This could be good for tomorrow. We could see some fish up at Tongue Point tomorrow. I know there were some caught today, but man, we're just all gonna spread out. It's gonna be fun because we caught them today, like I said, all the way down between Buoy 10 and Hammond and Chinook, right in that area. And the amount of fish that are here at this part of this tide could be pretty good, even up here in the ship anchorage and all the way on up to Tongue Point tomorrow. So that'll be cool. The entire fleet, we can all spread out, fish everywhere. Love it. And we finally go back to a normal weather pattern. Today we had east wind in the morning, south wind about 9, 10 o'clock, and now it's back to northwest. But fortunately, for the next foreseeable future for this fishery, for the next week, 10 days, the weather looks like it's gonna be normal. A little bit of fog in the morning, a little bit of north wind that comes up on the tide change around 10, 11 o'clock. And then we just battle the wind a little bit, but at least it's out of the northwest, which is for some reason a little bit easier to fish. Finally, this has been a weird year. Very weird year. Okay, I'm at the bridge here right now. I'm gonna reel up. Oh, maybe. Golly, man. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you should probably fish here. If you're out here tomorrow around 2, 3 o'clock, yeah, there's enough. Just fish close to the bottom, 35 to 50 feet of water. They're here. All right, I'm gonna reel it up. Here we go. Later.